What I would like to talk about is CEO pay and the growing gap between CEO pay and worker pay. As you know, these days is typically several hundred times to one is the ratio between pay for CEOs of large corporations and average workers. And people are concerned about this for a number of reasons, as a matter of fairness, as an indicator of the rising inequality that is harmful to our broader national economy and our democracy. But I also, with this audience, really want to stress that these extreme gaps between CEO and worker pay are simply bad for business. There's been a lot of academic research on this, and just very recently, the website Glassdoor did an interesting study where they surveyed 1.2 million people and asked them about how they viewed their boss. And what they found is a statistical connection between very high levels of CEO pay and poor approval ratings by employees of their CEOs. And that reinforces the evidence that we've already seen, that having these extreme gaps can undermine worker morale, which can affect productivity and it can boost turnover. And so there are a lot of reasons why businesses should be concerned about having such wide gaps internally. And there's a new lever for influencing this, which will come into force soon. This is the new disclosure rule that companies are going to need to report every year the ratio between their CEO pay and their median worker pay. It was part of the Dodd-Frank financial reform law, and it'll be a really important tool, I think, for responsible investors to keep an eye on, to encourage narrower gaps within companies. And I think companies should embrace this. Some are already voluntarily disclosing this information. They can provide more extensive information about the gaps between their U.S. workers and their overseas workers. And I think that this is a really healthy development that could get at this issue of having these celebrity CEOs and the rest of the workforce really being seen just as helpers, that it's good for enterprise effectiveness to have more of a team spirit and having everyone feeling like they can contribute to the value of the company.